Welcome to the Traders Market Intelligence Report brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for Monday, and that would be the 15th of April 2024. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope it was a good trading day for you. It has been an interesting week, to say the least. So let's go ahead and jump in, keeping in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. All right. So let's start off on the S&P 500. It has been a rocky ride. You know, this orange bar represents last Friday when we did our last update. We had that massive drop off on Thursday, a good little bounce on Friday. We broke through the 21, came back above the 21, just barely above the 8, got above the 8 Monday into Tuesday. Wednesday gap down, right? Retest on Thursday, and today has been a kablunk, right? Just, it's kind of, holy cow, Batman type move today. We're down, we still have about 10 minutes left till the market closes. We're down about 75 points right now, intraday, of course. So, we had the recent swing high at the 52.6485. Okay, I like it. But we couldn't get back up there again. So when we put down and we got a lower low, we actually had the lower low here, and then another lower low, and then another, and then today another. You see what's happening, folks? Things are changing. So we need to analyze this. But we need to do this from the perspective, first and foremost, of back here in position number one in the chair, right? I am sitting back, looking at the market. I'm leaning forward because I want to get closer to the mic. But I'm looking at the market saying, all right, what do I see? This is Rob now. As I look back, I want to go and see the entire fib first. Okay, so I like where the fib is. Nothing really changes in there. We might be able to draw something new. I'll look at it again this weekend, but for now, we're good. Okay, so our 8 is getting near the 21. That's the very first thing that jumps out of my head is the 8's getting near the 21, besides the fact that we are putting in lower highs and lower lows. So if we grab a pen, let's do red. We had a high and a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and today a lower low. So in essence, we've got that pattern setting up right in there. And we have that all taking place, all within the guise of this bigger, longer-term bullish trend that we've seen now for the past couple of weeks, all right? And as we're watching the market, and we're watching what's happening, you've got to look at those higher highs, or in this case, lower highs, lower lows, and you've got to start looking at where we break and what our bias and rank now become. So we broke down on last Thursday. We got down into a neutral bias. On Friday, I don't remember exactly where we were, but we just barely got back into bullish there. Barely. But we definitely came back up over Monday and Tuesday, even if we were in a neutral bias still. We came back to bullish. Come Wednesday of this week, we're back in neutral bias again. Yesterday, we're back in bullish bias again, but you can see the moving averages are pinching down. You'll see a faster slope on the pink line, the 8, because it's a shorter term. You'll see a quicker slope than on the green line, which is more like this, right? So the 8's coming down much faster. The green line, not so much. That's the 21. Today, we just blew it all away. We broke right through this fibit that's inside of here, which is our 118 level. So we're in a neutral bias right now. We're at a rank of 3, so we're not even near anything at this point. A key level like the 51.3806, we're not close enough to that. So we're at a rank of 3. We broke, right now, if this is our closing price, we have 7 minutes left. But if this were our closing price right now, this would be telling me that we broke this uptrend line. So again, if I back this out a little bit, right? And I now, you can see back here, it says zone 3, okay? So we broke through this zone 3 line. So we had, other levels that were in there, all right? Other zones that are in there. So we broke through that uptrend line. We broke through the 51.3806. So the magic question has to be, what am I looking at for this upcoming week? Okay. So 5,100 is the very first place I see. We're not getting there today, but 5,100 is the next downside. We are in a neutral bias right now, so I could take bullish or bearish positions, but the overall pattern is bearish. Because our moving averages have got so close to each other on the tip of the 8 and 21, the green and pink, we can easily get back up through there. It's not a hard task to climb through both as it would over here, where you got a long way to go to get through both of them, okay? That pop-up would be awesome. But right now, the biggest concern is that 51.38, the break below because of the intersection of the trend line from zone 3 and, of course, the fib. We've got 5100 down below there as our next stopping point. We got close to it today, not quite there, but what do we have for a low today? 5108, we'll call it, right? So 8 points off of that level. If we break through there, 55 doesn't count as a support, but our 5670 level does. All right, so there's our downside stuff. What about the upside? Well, the 5138 is the first place, right? Again, we won't have an intersection there now. That only happened here. Go figure, right? Right there is where it happened for us. We broke through now today. But I want to get back above that 5138, and I need to get back above this diagonal trend line. That's a given. No matter how you slice it, we need to get back above that trend line. Our moving averages are going to continue to drop. We've got bigger days happening in here, a lot of movement. We'll continue to drop. If we get another day down, come Monday, let's say, our 8 will cross through the 21, and no longer will we have that right order of our moving averages. Get back above the 51.38, retest bounce, get above the trend line, and then 5200 becomes resistance, and then 5219. And then now we need to really look at getting above still that recent swing high, which is the 5264.85, and then 5284 would be our next target from there. If we look at VIX, which is fear's up, right? We're at 17 and jingle. It has been a while since we have closed at 17 and jingle. We are traded through that price, not just a wick that stretched through. We got to go all the way back to November 1st to find that, right? So it's crazy. All right, so I was so interested, so anxious to get to the S&P, we never looked at the economic report. So let's go take a look at those. So let's see. All right, so nothing on Monday to be concerned with at all. Why I got the wrong week up here? Let's see. There we go. So Monday we do have some reports. 8:30 a.m. retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, more retail sales, all red. So busy day on Monday. Be careful at the pre-market. On Tuesday we've got a couple pre-market, which is building permits, industrial production. FOMC, one of the members are speaking at 1 o'clock, and at 1:15 on Tuesday, Powell speaks. So if you're in a trade, expect lighter volume potentially. Just caution on any open trade as the Fed's going to speak, particularly Powell. Wednesday, we've got another Fed member, which is at 5:30, markets close. 8:30 on Thursday is unemployment in the Philly Fed. 10 o'clock, existing home sales. Could potentially affect the market, but not so much, all right? And there you have it, everyone. Stay focused on those levels that we talked about. Keep honing in on it. Keep getting back to position number 1 in the chair. Analyze, diagnose what you see, what's happening, lay out a plan, talk it out verbally, speak it, see it, speak it, hear it, animate it. Everything you're doing is to build more where you are strengthening that inside of you, that you have that plan built. And when it does come time to execute, you've got something you can do instead of going, now what? It's moving really big. What should I do now? No, you already have a plan. If it goes down, we do this. If it goes up, we do that. If it goes sideways, this is the plan. Have the plan identified. Have a great rest of your day. Great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.